Yo, what up, yo? It's only me, wushurichard here. In this video, okay, welcome everybody. It's another. Excuse me, I'm eating chocolate. I do love my chocolate, I really do. Okay, everybody, welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about a topic, and that is rap, okay, or hip hop, rap, I'll say, okay. It's a funny topic really. Many of you will know, definitely you will know now that I do my own raps. I've been rapping on there, yeah, okay. And I want to talk about that to you, okay, in this video. This is the next topic, okay, for the, as I said, 2014, as I say, what do you call it, interview tapes for wushurichard, okay, Richard Clark. So, okay, what's my name then? My name is Richard Clark, as you know, but online it's wushurichard. Now, mostly it's martial arts, kung fu, right? That my life's about. But I do these raps as a hobby, like for fun, on the side. I use this different software I'm using on the computer to make my own beats and music. And for my videos, I also make my own music now, which for music, okay, let me tell you this. I've never learned any musical instruments. I have put my hands on certain instruments and guitar in the past. Music is in my family, a big thing actually. My mum, okay, if she's watching, hello mum. Yo everybody, wushurichard TV, blah. No, wushurichard. Yes, the channel, as I say, wushurichard Life. Yeah, my mum, okay, she was into music. She was a singer. She was part of a band before singing, and she was playing a guitar. And she loves to sing even now, okay. And play the guitar a little bit. But me, my mother used to. This is good actually. I think wushurichard, yeah, should talk about mum a little bit, yeah. Yeah, my mum, okay, so music has been in the family. She loves country and western songs. And my mum, she loves one song. There's a song called, what's it? It's the theme song of Prisoner Cell Block H. Prisoner Cell Block H. Now, prison, okay, it's another thing. Prison, okay. I've always said that I feel like my life's been in a prison in some ways, and I felt like a prisoner. And this is what I haven't told you so much about my life, and of course, yeah, but it's like, in these videos, but it's like, that's what influenced me in the rap, okay, later on. Now let's just talk about music quickly, okay. I've done like basic singing, but it's like, classes, but it's like, in school, but it's like, I feel music. I've always loved music. Now, a lot of people love music. I've always loved listening. I feel I've got the, how can I say, not boasting, but I've got a gift for music in that I can listen to many different kinds of music, okay? I love all kinds of music. It depends on the song and not only the words, but also the sound of it. I'm very musical, melodies, rhythms and all that, different kinds of music. I love everything. I listen to so many kinds of music. Anything from like the Prodigy, you know, hard techno, electro, well, banging stuff. Anything. It might be jazz, might be relaxing, chill out stuff. Even stuff like chill out stuff that I used to listen to, like Enigma and stuff like that back in the day. I love reggae. Okay, I love hard, heavy rock and metal. Okay, I love the 80s music. I even love really, really old, like 1940s music. I love it. I love all kinds of music. Dreamy, chill out stuff, classical music, okay? Anything with a rhythm and a melody to it. So, that's, you know, catchy, you know, and meaningful. I love country and western, like old western style music too, as you know. I'm playing around with my own stuff on there recently for fun. But it's like all music, okay. One thing I will say, I have had basic not many, but only a couple of like basic drum lessons when I was in school. We used to also learn like keyboards, but that was like playing around. I used to own a couple of like, very small little simple electric keyboards when I was younger. Music, music has always come to me, or came to me, very naturally. In my mind, I can hear so many musical melodies and tunes, okay, and rhythms, and recently more so, like even raps, you know, rhyming. I've been practicing with this art, but it's like the music and the beat. I can hear the music in my mind so clearly. Practicing over the years, I've been a very rhythm type person. I can feel the rhythm, you know. In the basic, in like music, you must understand, you know, in a rhythm it's like broken into parts, right? You know, the bass is like boom, 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 like 4, yeah, and then you cut into 8 in the half, boom, 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 but then you cut again, boom, 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 yeah. So fast and slow and in different tempo, different rhythms, or you go boom, 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 you know, boom, 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 and then you got different tunes. So dun 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 dun, you know, like this, yeah, or dun 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 dun. And so you start saying, and then you've got that overlapping. So you've got the basic beat, like different drums. Boom, boom. You got the kick, the snare, the hat, yeah. And different sound in the background. So basic understanding of rhythm. Thing like a piano, maybe later, a slow piano or guitar with someone singing very fast over like a medium speed beat, but all flowing together, sort of flowing and the overlapping and the sandwiching and cutting up the different rhythms and melodies and tunes together. This is a very artistic feel, and human beings have this natural feel for tune and melody, and then expressed through that natural emotional connection we somehow feel with music, connecting to our language, which comes from culture, and expressing the feeling through words, like if you were singing, let's say, or rapping, through that, the same way as somebody might really express their heart through like a saxophone, or like a guitar, whatever it might be, you see? And now electronic like computer technology and things like that. I think the technology is getting better and better, the same way as it is for like video and everything. Excuse me, stretching my legs. Oh. But yeah, I think it's the same with music and audio. It's a very simple format, but it's also very, very deep. Now, music is so funny. I definitely consider myself and label myself as a musician now. Definitely, I create music. I make my own music. I make from all the kinds of music I listen to, and I listen to so many kinds of music. As I say, from the many songs over the years that I've heard, you know, the amount of material that's out there, I create these melodies in my mind. I have the art. I have this art in my. I'm not boasting. I'm just saying. I have enough in the palette, enough paints and materials in the palette, let's say, to sketch up and create. That's my wife. She's lovely. Okay, in my mind to take a piece of that and a piece of this. I've been very artistic. This comes from my childhood. When I was a young boy, I used to love to drawing, you know, cartoons and things like that. I've always been very creative. Even now, you see me making videos. So I'm not showing off, I'm not boasting, but truly, I'm like a very naturally artistic person. So now, I feel so happy we have got computers and things, and the internet. We can share to the whole world too, and the technology is there. When I was a young boy, I wanted to go on the TV. I wanted to make cartoons, to draw for to be an animator and things like that. Even to be on TV. Later on, I wanted to be like an actor or a director and a martial arts choreographer, things like that, to get my ideas out. Now we're so lucky. There's people like John Carpenter. Do you know John Carpenter? Check out his website. a great horror director, movie director, you know. He even advised, he said, you know, going to like film schools and things is a good idea, but like if you want to get your material seen, get your stuff on YouTube to things like online, or let people see your stuff. That's the most important thing. So the amount of material you're able to produce and your imagination, put your works out, put them out good. He likes to write full-on movie scripts rather than short ones too. I've also been writing my own scripts in the last year. So reading and writing and then putting out, working your mind, being creative, not being lazy and saying, I've got no ideas, because they're not, you know, I'm not, you're looking for it. You've got to come to you the way you think. If you think more, you see, you've got to practice your mind so it's able to think. They oil up the joints of that tin man so he's able to move, you know what I mean? So watching all kinds of material from when I was younger, like films and different shows which had different kinds of music in them. If you remember like the old cartoons, old Tom and Jerry, old Warner Brothers cartoons, in your mind, or these very old TV shows, you will remember like the kind of music you hear, like classical music playing, or like a Star Trek. You can imagine the kind of music, yeah. It's like music associated with different things. Sometimes like rap with like boxing, let's say rap. I think like you see some people working out hard. So different kinds of music, you see, like bring you into another world as such. Sometimes for like real good composers and stuff too, who are making like music for things like video games. I used to be an absolute, I still am, a fanatic about video games, computer games. When they're making a movie or a video game or a TV show or anything like that, music will inspire them. It's like some painters, you know, who paint pictures and draw. They will put some classical music on or listen to some music sometimes, and that will help them to create a picture from their mind. They will hear the sound of the trumpets or the violins, and that will help them to want to paint a beautiful picture of a river or a stream and the trees and the colours. Oh, now it's a tree. Now it forms red and an orange sunset, and it becomes like the autumn tree there, leaves in the river, you know, and it carries us, it's our emotion. We're naturally emotional as human beings. With the imagination put together and then put into practice, I believe this is called expressive art. We are artists. We can be very creative. I believe human beings are all creative at different levels, even if we don't even know we know it. The same way we're all philosophers in the way we think. We're all artists, even in the way we use our words. Again, a kind of like link quote there to like rap too. Rap, as you know, is like the art of like rhyming words in a very rhythmic, more so way, focusing mostly on the rhythm, although there are tunes in the beats, sometimes in the music, and the beats are usually whole as a whole beat, as opposed to like changing to different. Although there are different patterns in the beats, there are excuse me, different musical melodies and notes and tunes played throughout certain beats in different kind of sound effects. Other various sound effects which were created later on, like the scratching record and things like that. Usually drum beats, but there are some singing parts in rap too. Now, I'm just talking about it from my perspective, by the way, okay, rap and everything, okay, just letting you know that. Music power. Music power. Back ever since in the day, like listening to the radio when I was like a young kid, 1980s and all the music that was on there. I still love the 80s tracks till now, and some early 90s, but I prefer the 80s. I believe we were more in tune with the tune back then in those days, and things were more simpler but crisp sounding and music. But you see what I mean now? Rap, though, now, as I say, it always has been the art. It's been like a raw art. It's been expressing. I would say this like coming from like a culture where like hardness, you know, and of going through life hard, like, maybe sometimes without a penny or without all the trouble you've got against you in life and the struggles of life for each individual, and that we've all got a story to tell. Rap's been about storytelling too. The same way as a lot of songs are, like you might get a love song, all singing and all songs and music is the expression, but expression's got to come from somewhere, right? The box up here, the mind, your world is your mind, the mind is your world, don't forget, the heart. So all your understanding, all your knowledge in your mind, who you are, that's your meaning, and you want to express this meaning, your story or stories and the connections of meanings from your life in story form. So when if there's a lady singing about love, let's say, a romantic song, she's expressing that feeling. She might make a story, a country and western song might be about some love story, but it's not true characters maybe. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Maybe in part, maybe you're not. But it's like, it's just used to express emotional, feelings. Sometimes some of it's to be taken serious, deep stuff. Some of it's lightly. Some of it's to be taken lightly, as in some of it's like just fun stuff, just for the fun of the song. And it's all about emotion. I think music is really all about emotion as such, coming from some kind of understanding. It's the same as a good writer, you know, or anything. It's like everything they express, they're expressing from their inner workings of their mind and who they are, their experiences and their understanding and everything like that. But it's like how much of their real personal life and their real thoughts, the same as me with my videos, I'm not a writer, same thing. They will express to different levels and show and share to different levels. It's like somebody won't make a song maybe and tell you their whole life story in a song or in an album, but they will tell you bits and pieces, or maybe do it codingly or in a certain way or in certain ways to let us see more. It's like there's storytelling. I really admire storytellers who want to tell their stories, whether true or not. All stories are coming from us. We're making it up, but it's coming from a true mind, a true human being who you are. And there's all kinds of different sides to every story too. So it's very interesting. And the more you're patient enough to read these songs, like books, the more it's helping you to practice your own thoughts about life and to help yourself. So same, so art, music, filmmaking, you see where I'm going, martial art, expression, communication, even somebody listening to music, he feels good, he's listening to some fast, upbeat music and he starts cooking, he's the chef in the kitchen cooking up food. It's affecting you in some way, but it's like we are like reflecting nature, we're like reflections of nature, it's so beautiful. So our emotions are like the natural reflectors we've got on us. So I'm saying, to reflect back light of the truth, you see, and that is the creation. Okay, so hold on one second. That's helping us to be more. That's the creation we're putting out, as I will say, the artisticness of it all. Okay. So when you can be creative and artistic, is what I'm trying to say. Now, hold on. Okay. Hold on one second, guys. I'm coming. Okay, right there. So rap, yeah, I'm not saying this. So rap is one form, okay, of that. Rap is the art of like rhyming, though, yeah. Over like rhythms, right? Or within and playing up together. It's like you've got some people that do even beatboxing, you know, like with the mouth. There's like you'll get like a rhythm created to a freestyle rapper, or you'll get like a rap usually going over a beat, flowing with the beat rhythm, yeah. Okay, so let's have a look now. That's a long journey already in this video, right? I've always loved music. Okay, but it was later on, like in my teens, when I started to really find that I liked rap. Okay, now what do I like about rap? First of all, it's coming from a hard culture. Now what I'm talking about is, okay, any culture has its different trouble and different difficulties in life and struggles, but rap is really a hard one. It's like one really that expresses, you know, being an underdog, that's like, you know, that's why it's like associated with boxing sometimes, things like that. It's about getting out of hard times and having shit in your face, you know, being put down and saying no, that you're going to stand up and you're going to believe in yourself and all this. And it's also cool, right? It just feels so good with that rhythm, and it is the embodiment of coolness, as in, yeah, you might not like me, yeah, you don't like me, but fuck you, and you know, anyway, I'm alive and I'm going to continue living until you can. So it's that attitude. It was born out of a culture, from a hard times, and what I'm saying is there are many different arts that come out from many different kind of music and art forms which come from different cultures and different. I'm not one for negativity. You can't have positive without negative, negative without positive, right? And that's where these good things are born. A lot of the goodness and heroes are born in difficult times and hard times. Heroes of war, for example, things like that. Yeah, kung fu. Well, you could say was like, you know, you get like rap and like kung fu martial arts are sometimes, you know, what do you call them, connected in some way, associated with in a lot of ways. Do you know the Wu-Tang Clan? The Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. I'm a big fan of the Wu-Tang Clan. I'm also in recent years, you've got the RZA, Raekwon, the Jizza, all that, yeah, man, Master Killer, you know, Wu-Tang Clan, the 46 Chamber of Shaolin. Now, they were inspired so much by like the old classic Shaw Brothers Kung Fu films, just like I love all the old Kung Fu films. But it's like, they're saying that, they said like it was like, you know, it come from at a hard time, and Kung Fu it was like the art, martial art was like, you know, it also like born, and combative arts were like born out of times of war, and people needed to defend themselves and things like that. So they didn't practice insanity, they put together a formalised systems of expressing the self and the body and the mind into action to deal with situations and express, though, as Bruce Lee said, the art of honest self-expression or such, right? And it's your art, everybody's individual, it's you who you are. But being part of a culture, of a situation, you know, standing up and saying, no, I count. You know, you're not going to count me out, I'm in it. You know, and I'm in it, and this is my life, and I'm not, you know, slaving for anybody. And that's what it's really about. So, you are in control of your life, and then that's what's best. So what I'm trying to say is, rap, okay, to me it was like, it come to me, I just love, first of all, I just love the sound, and I connected with like some of the hard words, It's not good to swear, I'm going to admit to you, I want to explain to you. I swear and all this, and I'll come to the point where I just speak how I want to, and then just in fun and all the rest of it, and I understand it's just my mouth. I can just say blah 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 if I want to. If that offends somebody, you know what I mean, in any language, that's their problem for being offended by it. And I love like Eminem, big massive fan of Eminem, and I love his lyrics when he said, I find you offensive for finding me offensive. I think that's so funny, you know, like where is the level of freedom of speech? And the laws they're coming up with these days and things like this, you know, for this or that, you can't speak your mind or say this or that, and you're going to get in trouble. It's just ridiculous, you know. They're just doing it on the majority of people who might find such a thing, you know, unheard of or wrong or right, and then they're just basing it like that. That's not fair. So you're putting, out of 10 people, you're saying these 6 people or 7 people don't like that, so you 3 people can't do that or think that or say that. When that's just wrong. It's not hurting anybody really. It's just mine. Kids, the sticks and stones will hurt. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Where did that ever go to? You know what I mean? It's like it's all confusion. Why do you think the law why do you think like the countries and that put so many laws down? Like America's coming up with new laws all the time. It's just trying to hold you down, confuse you, brainwash you into control. It seems like just to control you more by cluttering you up with so many laws. Not only is it to really get you on lockdown, but to make it work in the system, put you as part of the system, like, you know, Morpheus said to Neo in the Matrix about becoming a battery for the machine. So it's like, you know, not only is it to keep you on lockdown, really on lockdown, but it's also to like confuse you, clutter you with so many, that you've got so much, you just can't cope with all these rules and law, you can't understand, so it takes you away from the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is it's just playing with you. So that overall you just get on with it, you know, and you know, as long as there's money going into the system. What I want to say is, I'm not one for violence. I'm not one for uncontrolled minds. I'm not one for. I don't agree with them swearing out, being negative in any way. Fuck people, this and that, bullying, nastiness, rudeness, ignorance, laziness. I'm not in for that. I hate, you know, anything like that, crime, you know, and in terms of violence, attacking, you know, guns, knives, drug gangs, and all this, messing up your life in a negative way. I'm saying, I'm not one for that. Okay, all the negative stuff. But when I was little, when I was like in my young teens and I was listening to like rap and I was really getting into it, especially with like Eminem and then later other people too, I was like going down to like Our Price and Virgin Mega stores back in the day. They were like music stores when they used to like sell CDs and cassettes back in the day. They used to have cassettes and that and CDs. And I used to like try to like collect and buy, earn whatever money I could, save up a little bit of money, and I used to try to collect like CDs. I started to collect especially like Eminem's CDs when he was like coming out first of all, his CDs. But I was listening to all kinds of music. I used to go to listen to all kinds of music on the headphones they used to have. The headphones. Now I've got my own Blur. I used to listen to it. I used to put it up really loud. I used to turn it up to the loudest it can be without going, messing up. So I used to listen to them, standing there in my break when I was at work or at college. In my break, I'll be standing in this bed, hogging the headphones, man. I wouldn't care. Put myself out of it, alone, listening to the music in there, laughing at some of the quotes. And a lot of these raps, like a lot of the rap you get, like a lot of this stuff they call like gangster rap or hard rap, where it's like the gang life and the thugs and all this, the drugs and the crime element and the hard life. It was coming from a world where if you're not part of that, obviously you're not going to understand it. It's like somebody talking about prison, real prison, is going to be so different from somebody who's actually been in prison or who's even so experiencing a certain experience, a certain environment. It's like me rapping about martial arts and blah blah blah, this and that, It's like that would not be understood by somebody who's not a martial artist and doesn't understand, right? Okay. So what I'm saying is rap though, a great rapper once said, I can't remember exactly who he was, but he said, if you want to rap, you've got to have something to rap about. It's knowledge. He said a lot of these young kids nowadays, a lot of these people just go around with all their, attitude, all this clothes, this bling bling, and fuck it. Fuck everybody, fuck the law, yeah. And they go about it and they think it's cool, but it's like they don't get the actual point of what it was about. I remember also Ice-T, the legendary Ice-T was actually talking about it too. Ice-T, okay, recently, I've watched a documentary recently, a great documentary, you should watch it, guys. He's got so many good rappers on that show too, legends. It's called Ice-T, I think it's Something From Nothing, check it out. Not to be confused with the Richard Dawkins thing, which I'm also a fan of, but show thing, science thing. But it's like, this is Something From Nothing, okay, a rap, Something From Nothing. It's a documentary about rap anyway, a recent one from Ice-T, where he's got a lot of rappers together talking about it. And anyway, Ice-T once said, and a lot of rappers have said, is if you want to be a good rapper, you need to have something to rap about. A lot of these kids don't know what they're talking about these days. It's just they're taking the passion and the heart of it. They're not coming from a background like that as such. Some of them, I'm saying not all of them, but there's some of these rappers out there that they've got everything. They've got the trainers, they've got all this, what they want, this flashy lifestyle and everything, computer games, but they're not coming from a background where you had like nothing, and you grew up with nothing, hard times, and your family weren't there, whatever, and the roughness going on, in neighbourhood. You're not I'm saying you've got to be coming out. It's like a soldier who's been like a prisoner of war, let's say, somebody like that, who's been tortured or whatever, his family was tortured in front of him, whatever, someone who's a soldier, they would come out and have war stories to tell. They would make good rappers if they went into it. So I'm saying, the thing about rappers is all hard and slick and cool, there are slower ones, there are faster ones and slower ones, there are different kinds of rap and chill out kind of versions too, and crossovers between other music genres, but the main thing about rap is getting a point out, or telling a story in an individual's eyes and their perspective, and letting this story be known, at least the best they can, or letting it be some way, hopefully, I like the positive stuff, it should be like a motivation to people, but not a motivation in a negative way, because everybody should be in control of their own actions anyway, and sometimes groups can be led to do terrible things. It's been proven, like the Facebook and the riots, what was going on back in London before, but I'm just saying, I was born up and grown up before, but it's like, groups can be brought together for like foolish things, and blindly they can do terrible things through this group bondingness, and they can go as their gangs and do terrible things, but inside each of us, we all know right or wrong, but that's only our right or wrong. We know what we're going to do from that in our lives, I believe. What we're going to do. So what I'm trying to say there is the basic moral and wrong or right has got to be studied and got to be upheld, but it's like, you know, you've got to have a story to tell, a rough story to tell. Rap and hip-hop covers the whole area, right? The break dancing, the graffiti, scratching, the beatboxing, all that, right? The hip-hop style and rap itself. But rap is the actual art of like the words, you know, and then of course making the beats and that, and beat making and things. I make my own beats and my raps and do my own raps. There's freestyle rapping. There's another thing called a cappella. Okay, a cappella where you rap to no beat and it's freestyle and you just make it up. Okay, I'm not too up on that. I think you can like, you just rap anyone without a beat. That's what it really means. But it's like there's rapping over a beat, which is the main thing I love, the proper production and the working together. There's other things you can do. There's like some parts where like people rap together or like in parts. Someone rapping from behind or giving the yeah, you know, things like that. There's I know I'm not giving you the best terminology. I'm just giving you a basic from my knowing here. Okay, my knowledge here. So no, it's all self-expression. It's your expression. This is the good thing about it. This is what Kung Fu should be about too. So this is the good thing about rapping, is that your own self-expression is how you want to do it. And if people don't like, if you don't like me, fuck you, don't like you either. That's what it's about ultimately. And it's like you don't want to listen if you're negative, but it's like it's at that point when you see someone has got that level of self-respect, they will not shut up because people say that they don't like her, and they will get their point out across, and they're just saying the truth. Those people, something that can turn you to actually want to listen, and you want to say, I can't respect that person, you know. Well, they do care about their own mind. They won't just give up their words because other people don't like it. So this is what the whole thing's been about. It's our attitude. From excuse me, I nearly fell off my stool, man. In the hoods, homeboy. No, but really. So it's like. Rap, though, it's like, rap is like the art of like rhyming with words, rhyming with sentences, okay, rhyming with parts of sentences, verses, rhyming with syllables versus syllables, matching the syllables of each word, like hospital, you know, not fickle, so optical, you know, not this school, you know, and so finding words. Even no matter how many words it might be and how many syllables within each word, working with that and bouncing off each other and with the meaning, and then sometimes throwing in a double meaning or something reflecting back to something you said earlier, and mix it in with the beat and sandwiching it in with the rhythm, like, you know, just like Eminem even said, and be a bit funny, a bit sarcastic here or there, you know, and just telling the whole story of the point you're trying to get across, and reflect into a whole life story, something on the outside to let people see that through the whole window to the door, you know, get the fuck out. So you go in and you come out with something. It's like you watch these old Shaolin Kung Fu movies, just like you know, Gordon Liu legend once said about, you know, about like when you watched a Kung Fu movie after you watched an old Kung Fu film back in the day, it weren't just that you watched a load of fighting. You actually come out with some morals and values, you've learned something. It's like you go on holiday to another country, you should come back with something, right? More than just a few photos of you standing by the sea, you know, the horizon behind you, or like some, you know, what do you call it, come back with some memorables, what do you call it, a key ring or something. No, you should come back with some kind of experience about the information, like the kind of food they eat there, or whatever it might be, you see what I'm saying, yeah? The language, so you go into a certain place, you come out with some knowledge or something, you come out with some new ideas after you've read that book. It's triggered some feelings and thoughts from your emotions that were naturally there in the first place, and you start putting that in a language in some way, or doing things a certain way, which has been influenced. Everything is kind of influenced, so the influence is a kind of connection, as long as you're connecting to that and reflecting it back off and creating your life and doing more. So it's all philosophical masters. So some people say, well, the Wu-Tang Clan, people are like, there's been films and documentaries about it too, and things, and they were talking about like, you know, it's like chess, life's like a game of chess, and then, you know, And it's like the art of war and things like philosophy and all kinds of stuff. Like you get religion, you get philosophy, you see what I'm saying, yeah? You get science is truths of all kinds, study of war, the book, The Art of War, we're seeing the samurai and things like that, and you got other things, and yin yang and all this, and yin yang kung fu and Buddha, and you see what I'm saying, all these morals and knowledge and information connects together and is put into this art form. It's a battle within the battle to stop the battle, but to be heard and win without going the hard way. That's what it's really about. Now, rap then is coming from a place that I used to listen to the music, I say listen to the raps in the headphones in the shops, and I used to like collect the CDs and stuff of different kind of groups, even things I've never heard of before. Or I might like the cover, or I might like some of the names on the song, or I might know a song or two only, and I'll buy the whole album for that, regardless of if it's good or not. I'll actually finally get it. And then like other ones, I'll be like listening to the albums like in the shops. Hold on 1 second. That's my wife talking in the other room. Yeah, what I was going to say basically, so my wife's in the other room talking about listening. Yeah, and basically, so rap is like that. Rap is like it's getting you to think, or you're expressing your thoughts. So when I used to listen to the music back in the day, I used to be really into it. I used to love the music in the beat, and I still do. And I wasn't thinking too much because it was like so far. I was on the outside of like where these people are coming from. They're like, background of some of these rappers. I didn't know anything about them. I still don't know damn lot about some of them. We only know what we can hear from what we can interpret from what we hear from the songs. But some of this stuff you hear about like swearing and all this bad language or about so and so got shot or fuck this or that. Sometimes we can understand some of the little jokes and stuff, but some of it just seems so hard. That drugs and gang life and all this, and it's like that's on the outside. I never want to be associated with it. I never want to be part of that. I mean, that's just negativity, and it's like, man, that must be so hard. But in my opinion, we've all got a choice in life to make the right decision. We shouldn't be going into violence and all that anyway. It's doing the wrong way. But it's like, but I didn't care. I was just so into the beat, and I was like, yeah. And the good thing is, you don't have to take it so literally. Sometimes you can take the point across. Like someone could be someone could be rapping. Like I said, he could be a soldier from war. A soldier of war, he might make a rap, and you've never been in war, let's say, you've never been a soldier, but you can listen to that about how when he's loading his gun, whatever, or when he's like trying to duck or protect his brother, his fellow's teammate from getting shot up, sneaking into the base. You can take all these points out and put them in your daily life and apply these philosophies into your life about loading up with the gun. What does that mean? It's like even like Eminem said, like stacking ammo, he says, when he's like writing a lot of lists, writing up some lyrics that you might use later on and things like that, or collecting words. So you might be taking a point out from that and putting it into your daily life. You see what I'm saying? You might do loads of painting or drawing pictures in your daily life that you can take out in the real world, and later on you can show these to people and just growing your crops and planting in the fields, your harvest for later on what you're going to do with it. For your belly or your business or So what I'm trying to say is like it's just about being fun, keeping it simple, and enjoying it. And it's just a great thing. I think a lot of people like rapping it and enjoy it, but it's mostly about the rhythm and the feeling behind it. And again, like all music, but it's not to be taken so literal. It's like you take the meaning out and if it inspires you to go out and kill somebody, that's still your own action. You shouldn't be doing that, but you can take it lightly, or even if it wasn't intended to be, you can still take, because you never know the intentions of somebody really, because you don't know the reason why somebody thinks that way. But you can take the point, or take whatever kind of various points you can from your mind of possibilities, that it should be always more possibilities than impossibilities, and see which one's better in your mind, or which is a good thing to make that mean to you, what someone said in a rap. Or anyway, and take that and use that to help you do something better, or apply that philosophy into something. It's like applying the philosophies of the chessboard into your daily life, for example. Yeah. So anyway, you know, that's the basic thing, okay? So rap come out of a hard time, hard, you know, situations and things, but it doesn't mean you need to be so literal about it, literal like that about it. You know, there's different forms across different cultures too, and that, as we know. But you know, the overall thing is, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, if you can hear that talking in the room, that's my wife, okay? Yeah. So what I want to say basically is, when you want to like, when you want to talk about like rap, let's say, in terms of reality, you need to look at your reality and just take it for what it is. It's just a music art form, really, okay? But anyway, it's cool, it's meaningful, and you want to express your feeling and your emotion. Alright, so what I want to say to you now, and I want to talk to you about my rap and what I do, and explain that to you. First of all, I don't think I'm very good. I just practice. What I've been doing is I've been listening to many rappers over the years, many different kinds. I listen to some songs over and over again, especially like Eminem's, for example, and repeating the lyrics to myself. And I know it, you know, by heart. I just, you know, I just copy the words and I know it off by heart, you know. And a lot of them, and a lot of different rappers and different songs have different styles. So, excuse me. What I do is I just work, and I've been like practicing like with the different rhythm patterns and ways that think, you know, it's been done. I take all that I love from these different styles and I've studied, and you can find a bit of a flavour within my music. You can find that. You might hear a certain sound which sounds somewhat to something like you've heard before but isn't, or in some areas sounds somewhat to something else you've heard before from someone else but it isn't. Different words, of course, and things like that. It's definitely an art of like a language. There's a different kind of language, playing around with language too you can do, and also different other playing around with language, such as some words. Some words, I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but some words, I might do later on for you guys. Some words rhyme, whereas some words you might have two words which don't rhyme, but you say it in a certain slurry kind of way, which it sounds like they rhyme. You know? And I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I might make another video explaining that later on and talk to you about some of the actual creation behind the scenes of what I'm actually doing with the raps. But for here, I'm just talking to you about the actual whole thing. When I'm doing my raps, okay, I just get the same as any. I know the kind of different beats of different raps I like. Various ones I do like, and styles are things like the hard stuff like recently, and you get your things. I can tell you so many rappers I like in terms of the actual the music, the hardness. You got things like Rick Ross and all that, Meek Mills, going on other styles like Eminem, DMX. You know, there's so many different rappers out there. But it's like, I just make, I said Wu-Tang Clan already, ain't that enough fuck with, by the way. Yeah, RZA, Raekwon, all that. But it's like, with the different flavours, I take the different flavours and beat the music, the actual beats that I like, the different kind of rhythms and sounds and the hardness of some of that, and put it into my music, trying to do the best I can. I don't believe I do such a good job of it. I just do the best I can with the raps too. I do freestyles and I do written raps, and I do some where some of it's written, some of it's freestyle. I'll do some of it where I practice and practice over and over again to get it right. Sometimes I just make a freestyle and it comes out good. So, a lot of times it comes out shit. Sometimes I do ones where, you know, I make, as I was saying, you know, sometimes the idea you get in your mind, it just comes out and then you just make it. Like the music and the beat really affects it for me. I really want to make a good beat of good music, so the music affects the whole thing. Sometimes I might start with a certain idea in my mind, especially in the mornings when I wake up. When I'm outside having a walk, that's the best time. I'll get all these ideas, but it's like, it's always going through my head all the time. But I'm practicing this thing, I'm thinking of words that rhyme, and it's just always been in me. And I know the hard times I've been through here in China. I've got my own story, as I say, feeling like for so many years, ever since back in England, being bullied until being here in China, and I feel like I've been like living like a prisoner for a lot of times and been unheard by most people, and the martial arts has kept me strong, and I've got my own backstory, and I certainly have been through so much more than a lot of people have been through. I'm not comparing to anybody else's hard stories out there in life, but I know I've got a lot to rap about, but a lot of my raps come out and it's just like fun. It's just like fucking, you know, ninja this, ninja that, chop your head off, jump off the roof, kung fu fly kick, you know, lightning bolt strike, you know, tiger, crane, menace, master, you know. I just come out with all kinds of crazy lyrics, but it's like from the kung fu movies I watched in the past, and then some of the stuff serious, like my background story, like some of the points I've been through in my life and things. You might know, and some of the things I quote about, and so you might know if you've listened to enough of my stuff or know me through my videos. But it's like I will be explaining more as we go along. But it's like a lot of it's just for fun, and a lot of the times I'll be going into it, and as soon as I start making the music, I'll start hearing that different sounds, just playing around with the music in the computer, and it's great software and stuff I'm using, and all this, and I'm just listening, and it's just like being creative and taking my time, listening in the headphones to that good sound, and just I'll start creating something totally different, and the lyrics just totally change. Or I'll start coming up with more ideas and taking notes down. And then other days I'll be like, oh, I've got an idea, I'll put it on the side. I'll put it on the side for now. I'll be busy like making videos or doing something else. And then the next day I'll be like, I might remember that, but I might have forgot it, and I might be making another idea, another fresh rap. But there's been so many times I've been like cooking in the other room or doing something else, walking around or whatever, and I'll be just like, got lyrics in my head just banging out all the time. I've got all these lyrics in my mind and beats in my mind and stuff I want to do, and it's just stuff that's never actually came into the light, but I wish it would have been able to, you know. It's like always when you need it, you know, and then when I get home and on the computer, it's like it's all gone out of my head by that time, you know. I need to write new stuff or make new stuff, so it's just great fun though. I love doing it for a hobby on the side. Yeah, I make music, I make beats, and I make all kinds of music. I've been making raps for like certain people online. Hello, Mountainous Jason, made raps for him, other people too. Made beats and music for his videos too. Also like scary horror music for his things. And that's also inspired me, because I know the kind of music I love from all kinds of like feelings in different kind of films. Scary stuff, like martial arts, 80s kind of tracks or chill out. So I know all the kind of stuff I like. I try to create music more now, be more creative, and make all kinds of music for my videos I make. Because the most thing I love about creating is like making videos of martial arts and stuff. So I always try to make my own music with the stuff that's available, the amazing software and the things I'm using, and try to make the music myself for different atmospheres and different videos. And so I make my own raps too, as I say, and that's what I like to do. In terms of like making albums and stuff, I've been trying to make some, trying to get some stuff to be sold if I can get it online digitally. It's quite hard, but free downloads and stuff I can still do too. And the most important thing, as I say, is getting your stuff out there again, the same as video. Just like, you know, John Carpenter was saying in his video, about getting your material out there is the most important thing. Getting your stuff seen, right? YouTube and Facebook is some of the best stuff out there to get your stuff seen, but there are a lot of ways. But, you know, it's through your connections and what's available to you. You have to look for what's out there. Get in contact with people any way you can. Even writing letters to people, emails to people and stuff, showing your stuff, showing your portfolio, whatever it is, if you're an artist, a photographer, you know what I mean? There's places for that, online too, they're photography, photos. People are always getting their stuff noticed and that. You know, writing your scripts. I like to write scripts, as I say, movie and stories and fiction stuff and all kinds of stories. Densley's a great writer. Check out his stuff, man. Blogs, magazine articles, short stories, scripts. He's got a great book called Kickboxing in Paradise. It's great. I'm also writing some books, by the way, guys, soon. Some like martial art books I'm going to be doing, and some philosophy stuff and all kinds of fiction stories and scripts. I'm doing a lot of writing too. So the rap, though, is what it is now. That's what it is. I'm going to just give you a few points on rap, just quickly, okay? In terms of my rap. I'm trying to get better. I'm always improving. I don't think it's that great, but I'm happy with some of the songs I've made. Recently I made some good songs. One was called Too Many Guns on the Street. Another one was Give Me That Money. Another one was I've made Doing That Tomorrow. but I just felt there was something wrong with the volume on that. I thought it should have been louder in some areas and in the actual music. There was another one I made yesterday, a really good rap called Work It Out. I've also been making some little fun country and western songs recently too, but look, it's like this. Look, it's like this. You know, Wu-Tang Clan's great and everything. We love all that and Kung Fu and all the interrelation there. But I love positivity, getting a positive message out there. And a lot of my rap lyrics are just for fun. You've got to understand that, okay? But there are deep meaning behind some of the stuff I do. You know what I mean? But what I want to say, okay, is there's some fun things in my raps, okay, which Densley will know all about. And close friends will know all about. In some of my raps, you hear me mention a few points. You hear me say the words Ghetto Mountains. This is the name I gave the nickname to this place where I've been living here in northeast China, this city for the last 9 years. I call it Ghetto Mountains. It's a freezing cold, rundown place, man. Lonely streets, walking alone and that, you know, living like a prisoner, and the story you hear about my life, like in the rap sometimes, where I make a joke out of the whole thing, but it's been really, really hard and tough, the things I've been going through, but it's like, somewhere, but it's like, I'll tell the story in there, and it's like, you know, walking out in the hoods, and you see me like in the videos, like on the road back in the day and all that stuff, and training and the martial arts, and it's like, my brothers and all this, you know, and you'll hear me doing that in the rap sometimes. You'll hear me mention like West 11th, okay, that was a street I used to live on, this street called West 11th Street, and just you know, it's just not the best memories, put it the best way, okay, it's just kind of a boring, it's been hard for the last few years. I'm not going to go into too much detail, I've been through a lot, and that, but you know, for the last 9 years it's been very hard. As I was saying, you know, that's so you get your West 11, you got your Ghetto Mountains, West 11, Kung Fu, lonely cold streets, bros in the hoods, yeah, and all that. As I say, northeast China, ghetto bangers, winter banger, freezing cold snow. What else do you hear me talk about in my raps? You'll hear me mention three make-believe friends of mine, which I'm not crazy. I used to joke around in some of my videos when I used to walk outside and film up on the road in the snow, walking about, making videos. Yeah, I used to make some videos where in every video, Densley knows, there were like 3 characters, okay, that were like my make-believe friends. One was my old video camera, not this one. I had another video camera called J5, that's Johnny 5. I named my camera after Johnny 5, the robot from the Short Circuit film. So you got J5, Johnny 5, the crystal clear vision I call it, because it was like much better quality than my old mobile phones camera I used to use. But now I've got a better camera, phone camera, as I say. This is my good new camera here too, the HD, which is great, but not this video in HD. But so you got your Johnny 5. I sometimes rap about Johnny 5, J5 in the videos, about me and my camera, you know, in my pocket, my hands freezing, and I'm walking down the streets, just me alone, thinking about the Kung Fu and that, and my bros supporting me from across the sea, you know, and all that, you know, that's that. You got your certain areas of this place, the Ghetto Mountains, see, Crest Junction and things like that, you know, and you know, the shit Pingo, I call it. There's another street, you know, Bastards Way, and you know, at the university, they call it the prison, what do you call it, block, from block to yard, you know, call it, you know, back in the blocks and that, you know, in the hoods, and you got your, you know, the prison bus and all things like this. So I keep it all related to where I'm at and where I've been. For making a joke out of it for the last few years, what I'm trying to say. And 2 other characters are SpongeBob. One of my, you know, SpongeBob, the cartoon character. One of my students in the university, well, from a long time ago, this student gave me a little gift. Okay, it was a bean bag, just a soft little cuddly toy bean bag, which was SpongeBob. And back in the day, at that time, I had nowhere to stand my camera up when I was filming at home. So every time I used to make a video at home, I used to get SpongeBob. I felt the face was kind of scary, so I used to put it over, face down. And I used to put the camera on SpongeBob's back. I used to put my camera, old video camera, Johnny 5, crystal clear vision, on SpongeBob's back. And film myself talking to the camera like I'm doing now, but this is on a tripod, now better. But I don't have that now here, but it's like, you know, that was like a joke. I used to always say, hi everybody, we're back again, you know, wushurichard coming to you from SpongeBob's back. Like, straight off of SpongeBob's back, you know, I used to say that. Okay, don't ask my wife. And I used to say, you know, it's a SpongeBob coming straight off of SpongeBob's back, and it was a beanbag, cuddly toy. So I had J5 was one of my friends, the camera itself. SpongeBob was another one of my friends on the camera, for that holding to rest the camera. And another friend that I used to have, which was really funny on there, okay, there's 3 friends right, in this lonely ghetto mountains here, was T-Shads. And you'll hear me talking about T-Shads a lot in my raps too, also. T-Shads is the one that follows me down West 11th and all the hood streets here in the ghetto mountains, northeast China. It's my shadow. It's my shadow. His name is Tommy Shadow, so I gave it a motherfucking name. I'm not crazy, it's just for fun, okay? In the video, it's for fun, just mucking around. Every time I used to make a video back in the day, in my archives on vidler.com, hundreds of videos, okay? On other websites, I used to film myself up talking on the road with wushurichard, anywhere I was at the school or on the streets. And before, I used to have the camera, I used to walk down the street, film myself, or on the phone cameras or whatever, and film myself on the camera, and film the ground, and I would sometimes show my shadow. I'd say, look, it's Tommy Shadow, or T-Shads, or T-Shades. And that was his name, okay, so and I'd like put the thumbs like, put the finger like, yeah man, what? He's in the hood, and sometimes your shadow's like in front of you, he can multiply himself into more, he can be one shadow, sometimes like he's in front of me, and I used to say, lead the way, bruh, it's T-Shads, lead the way, bruh. You know, T-Shad, Tommy Shadow leading the way, he's like my brother, always by my side, you know, man, always standing in the face of the light, you know, in the darkness. And it was like funny. So like before I used to make videos of my bro, hi Demsley, yeah, Demsley knows about it. It was like T-Shads, yeah, my shadow, Tommy Shadow. And you got your SpongeBob, where the videos always coming off SpongeBob's back, the beanbag, which I don't have anymore, and funny little thing. And then my old camera, which was Johnny 5, J5, yeah, crystal clear vision. And it was just funny, like making do with the shit and the hard times you got on you and everything, but people, the rudeness I have to face here, like, you know, living in a prison situation, it was like, and it's the crap I've been going through for the last few years and the nastiness. I'm not going to go into detail. You know, me and Demsley, okay, we come up with this word, okay, it's an actual mathematical real word in the dictionary called azimuth. That's A-Z-I-M-U-T-H, azimuth. It's a real word, but at the time Demsley created the word and he didn't know that it had this other meaning, but me and Demsley have our own definition, our own meaning for this word, azimuth. Cut to short, it's azi, or asmo. What it means is the negative attitude people have. It's like a condition that people just stick up in their head from their laziness in this world, when people are giving you shit in your face, rudeness and horrible, downright mean cruelness. Everybody out there with this attitude, me, just stuck up with, this person's got azimuth, you know, they are azimuth. That's what I mean. So it's just for fun. So in my raps, you hear me talk about it, like azimuth, you know, on the street, yeah, fuck azimuth and all this. But it's just for fun. It's just saying that they can have their attitude, their stuck-up negative ways, but at the end of the day, we don't care. We're focusing on our martial arts. We're focusing on positivity in life. You know, coffee in my cup, yeah, bruh, and all this, you know, tea. That's what I'm talking about in the, you know, the sweetness, you know. You might not have everything, but you got it right here. You make the most of what you've got in your heart, you know, and make your life what it's going to be. That's why I respect like Van Damme and, you know, and all your Van Damme, your Steven Seagal, these guys training, you know, even to this day. It doesn't matter how old you get to, you focus on your energy, keep young in your heart. My nan was a very positive person. My nan used to also love rap, by the way, and she loved Van Damme and Bruce Lee too, and Karate Kid. So I love all the 80s stuff too, and the 80s music and 80s movies. I feel they were really some of the best stuff ever. Inspired me for my life and about who I am. But I've been through a lot of shit, as I say, in my childhood. Sorry to swear, but I've been through a lot. And I've been through a lot in the last 9 years here in China. I won't say a prisoner of my mind, because I've been like free more in my mind. But it's like, I've been more living like a prisoner in terms of physical reality, and more like that. I've been living under some conditions that a lot of people would have difficulty doing. The amount of years I've been doing of lockdown, and I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but I've been through a lot, and that's true. You don't know. What I'm going to say is, you know, in my raps. So when you hear me say like recently, when I say like, you know, yeah man, SpongeBob, you know, he's on lockdown and all that in the prison. That's literally because this beanbag I didn't take with me when I left the prison, or the place where I was at, which I call a prison, because it really was like one. And he's still on lockdown, you know. So you know, when we were sending love to my homies, you know, back in the cell block, you know, in prison wardens and this shit. So it's just for fun, you see what I'm saying? But it's like, we can all say that in our lives. We go through so much pressure in the hoods, you know. We're like a prisoner to the system and all this, but we ain't gonna have it. Fuck that. Just flip them off. And that's what I see like rap have. It's like a funny, it's laughing at negativity, flip them off and make fun of it and just enjoy your life. That's what it really is. You're in a positive way. You don't need to go and kill people and do all this, but focus on your own energy. Train hard on the bag, your boxing, Rocky, yeah, or your kung fu training. And that's what it's about, positivity, communication, and think about logic and philosophy and understanding others. You see, so when you hear me in my videos, in my raps or videos, now when you hear my raps, when I'm talking about, you know, T-Shags, you know, Tommy Shades, that's my shadow, you know, my best friend following me by my side. When you're alone, no man, he's with me, you know, it's the dark and the light. I don't give a shit, you know, you lead the way, bro. We used to go through this thing like the secret ninja alley and the stealth gates and things like that back in the hoods, but you don't know, you might not know that. But you got T-Shads, yeah, my shadow. You got, I'm crazy now, I'm just talking about my shadow to you guys, right? And then you got SpongeBob, you know, which was this old SpongeBob, this old beanbag I used to have to put my camera on the back of for fun. Another friend of mine, and then the other one with the old camera was J5, Johnny 5, named after the classic character from the Short Circuit movies. I love Short Circuit too. Great one. Come on, Johnny 5, remember the hero. I'm the hero. So that's that, yeah. 80s again, excellent stuff. You know, really good. So what I'm trying to say though is, you see, that's basically that. When you hear like West 11th and all this, that's a place I don't even want to be going back to, you know what I mean? But it's like, we're talking about some of these places that I've been through in my life and the background, the hard times, you know, and walking around in northeast China as I get out mountains, freezing cold, lonely prisoner shit, you know, lockdown and the stuff I've been through. Only Demsley knows a great deal about it, bro. But back in the day, I wasn't having I don't have fun laughing at it in his face, because that's like the defiantness you get from like martial arts, teaching me to like say no, you know, I'm me, and that's nothing. But it's like now, I mean, then and also now, I still didn't like it. So I still like, that was really a really boring time in my life. I've been through some very boring crap. So even now when I'm making raps, I don't like to talk about those things much, the reality. And as I say, I don't even live as part of the society where I was at before or where I'm at now. I live in my own realm, which is a Shaolin, like a Kung Fu monk almost, in my own reality, training the Buddha, the martial art ways, and communicate with you guys online. I don't think it's like some imaginary internet world. I'm still communicating with real people and these real morals for a real better life and better world. It's a real Kung Fu being creative and all that, you know. But it's like, this negativity is always there on the side. There is always like shit we have to deal with. And it's like, I stand up for people too that who's like out there who've been through shit. And especially like people who are getting bullied in schools too and things like that, or anywhere. Some are bullying, I'm against bullying, so no bullying. We stand up to that. Kung Fu can use to defend yourself too. It's attitude towards it, you know, that, and you got to train and practice, and you can learn a lot from the martial arts. So what I'm going to say is I stand up for that, and righteousness and strong and morality through self-discipline, to a great ability, developing yourself, preservation, motivation, improving yourself, improvisation, logic, philosophy, as I say, yeah, you know, patience, determination, they're the things you've got to have in life, the key, I believe. Everything is nothing, nothing is everything, philosophy, all that, you know. Okay? And having fun and enjoying your life, because we ain't got time to waste. So that's why I make all these videos in my free time, okay? And everything, okay? So rap is something I do on the side, my hobby, like for fun. Yeah, it's still a form of like media, a form of a way that I can get my information out of it. But if you hear me joking around saying, yeah man, cut your fucking head off, ninja motherfucker, bitch, I'm just joking around. Don't take that seriously, okay? I'm not being serious, it's for fun. But you just got to enjoy it and take the meaning out, as in, what you're really saying is, I'm going to have a joke around, I'm going to live my life how I want to, and everybody else just, if you don't like it, you know, you can stick it up their asshole, what does it say? Talking at their asshole. So, I hope you enjoyed that. So I want to say thank you to all of my good friends too, like, anybody who's been watching my stuff. I will say this very quickly, okay? Dimsley, Rick, Bill, Josh, Mike, Chuck, okay, Dan, Jason, Max, okay, I hope I'm not missing anybody out there, Adam Phillip too, the effects editor, okay, any of you guys, anyone else who's out there watching my stuff too, who likes it, anyone who's watching my martial arts, like Kung Fu videos, and anybody else who loves the raps I do, I'm saying, like you guys, you know, Uncle Cal, yeah, Cooking Ninja File, I know you do, Jason, you know, Max, I'm really happy that you guys enjoy the stuff, you know what I mean? Let's say Bill, Demsley, Dan Bowen, Rick, all you guys, you know, Adam Phillip, I've just said all you, yeah? I'm really happy you enjoy it. Hi to Caleb, okay, that's Nexus, is it, Guardian Art, yeah? Okay, Adam Phillip, the effects editor, all of you, okay? Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoy it, and all the different kinds. I try to put out such a variety too of different kinds. Some of the stuff sounds very similar, but I try to put out a variety of different raps and different music and different kinds of beats and different kinds of raps. The same as my videos, many different kinds of like videos too. And if you want to know about the downloads, or if you would like to know how to download stuff, like free downloads too, do let me know, okay? And any information like free downloads of my stuff, or like downloads of that, you know, MP3, you let me know, okay? Or like, if you've got any requests you would like me to make music or rap for you, just tell me, I'll do that, I'm happy to do that. If you have any requests for any videos like Kung Fu, martial art, philosophy, talk, anything you would like me to do on a video, if I can, you would like to know about my life or my thoughts of Kung Fu, or martial art training, personal training, all that kind of practice, let me know, okay, and I would happily love to do that for you guys, okay? Thank you for watching. Always been. Thanks for your comments too. And I say it's very hard for me to leave comments. It doesn't let me reply and all this shit, Google and all this. So I do try. But YouTube and Facebook and that, you know, anywhere else on that. But you know, we're just banging it out. I love to watch your videos too, and leave comments on your videos if I can, if it will let me, or messages to you somewhere or another. Okay. So communicating with my videos is all for fun, and the raps too. What I'll say for you now then is, okay, in my raps, if you do hear me talking about the old stuff, like West 11, T-Shads, SpongeBob, you know, all that, J5, you know, Tommy Shadow, all that stuff, in the hoods, that's just from before. I still bring it back just for the fun of it now and again. But I want to work on some really good stuff and better stuff, okay, in terms of the raps and good music. Don't be offended by anything, okay, it's all for fun. Don't take it seriously. And just know to take your life seriously, that's the most important, okay. Seriously enjoy your life. It should be fun, a game we play. We don't play to win or something. You play, when the game's over, it's over, whether you win or not. So playing should be fun. Converse with your, I won't say your opponent, but you know what I mean, with other human beings. Find out and improve yourself. The more better a player you become, the more deeper you become, the more better thinking you become, you know. The more able you become to gain knowledge through action and getting it back. And don't worry about it, because you'll never get to the end. There's always more and more to see. The better your vision becomes, okay? So you've got to have the vision in your mind and your heart first of all. You can see something, right? If you couldn't see something, then that means you would not know what is seeing. You would not know how to look. So see something, what you see, study that. That will help you to become a better seer. You know what I mean? A better hearer rather than just listening. But you have to practice your listening. So your hearing becomes better, you know what I'm saying? Yeah? And doing, you do to get, you know what I'm saying? But use what you get. Don't just put things on the side, or don't waste your time for anybody. More raps coming, yeah, thanks for that. If you would like to see some more like behind the scenes about how I do raps, or if you'd like to know anything more, maybe I'll do it in the future, see how we go, okay? But that's just my thoughts on rap there, okay, and the raps I do. I hope you enjoy that too, okay? More videos to come very soon on Kung Fu training, philosophy, more short movies, documentaries, fun stuff, short videos too, really good stuff, and new surprise stuff for the new year, good stuff, interesting stuff for the new year, and fun videos, good stuff. So I want to say, good videos, all kinds of good videos. What I want to say is, right, writing too, and as I said, the books and like the e-books, if I do e-book, I feel like download, like, some of the stuff will be like free, some of it will be like paid for, but I'll let you know, okay, and you know, you like my stuff, great, as I say, I do post to blogs very rarely, the same way as I use Facebook very rarely, okay, but just take care, okay, take care everybody, train hard and stay safe, as I always say, it's the wushurichard motto, one of them, yeah, I want you to remember, practice, you can't only talk to the camera, watch the computer, sometimes you need to go outside, have a walk, get fresh air, keep healthy, eat good, sleep good, you know, practice at home, sweat, do your martial art, exercise, yeah, at home, you know what I mean, or anywhere you can. It's good weather, go to a park or somewhere quiet, you know what I mean, take down notes, you know what I mean, be creative, do some, you know, writing if you want, you know what I mean, yeah. And I'll be happy to talk with you, anybody, if you've got any. Hello to any new viewers too, okay, everybody. Okay, this is a, you know, me, wushurichard Live. Any channels, wherever you check me out, just get in contact. If you want to make a friend, you want to talk to me about anything, okay, or share from your videos, I would love to hear what you think, okay, and see what your life's about, whether you're a martial artist or not. But I think we should get together. There's too much shit in the world, too much violence going on. There's, you know, martial artists should come together and try to share their stuff and communicate, because the way the world's going now, I think martial arts can do so much for the world. Here we are. Thanks for watching. Thank you.